my beloved spiritual warriors. Cut them off. Cut them off. Cut them off. Stay tuned. Hello, my beloved spiritual warriors. This is Spiritual Dr. Afi. Happy Monday. I was going to wait until tomorrow for Tarot Tuesday to see what message Spirit wants to deliver for the week. But I have something very deep inside me that I want to share with you today, and I didn't want to wait until tomorrow. I woke up today with a message in my head that says, cut them off, cut them off, cut them off. And as I was doing my normal Monday morning rituals with the Legba and different things that I normally do on Mondays, it comes to me that some of you have been feeling a little concerned, even sad, depressed, worried. You have had an unsettling feeling with regards to people around you, whether they are family members, whether they are even a significant other, whether they are friends, close friends, people that you associate with and are acquainted to on a regular basis. And Spirit just basically says, regardless of whom they are, cut them off. Now, I know certain things, depending on who we're speaking about, it's easier said than done, but hear me out. This time period, right, has also ignited that question within us as to whom we keep around, who we associate with, who are we in relationship with, not just in a romantic sense, but also, platonic relationships and what have you. Who do we keep around in our energy field? Who do I keep around in our personal space? And though we may not see each other every day, just the fact that we text each other consistently, if we speak on the phone consistently, that's an interaction, and you're in my space and I'm in your space because of that communication that we have going on. So Spirit is saying this. Some of you find yourself now re-evaluating who you have around. Why? Because this time period, especially if you are of African descent, if you're a black individual, African American, Hispanic, whatever you are, you're questioning the people that you've been keeping around because you've known now through this period what they really feel down deep inside themselves, who they really are deep down inside. Silence sometimes is a sign of guilt. So this is a time period where people either should really state what they feel honestly, unapologetically, but you can be in between. You cannot just be the neutral, but you just stay quiet and not say anything. Because I have to question as to why you're quiet. If you're quiet, you're just as guilty to me, But this is not about me. This is about what Spirit wants to deliver to you today, for whomever this message is for. Spirit speaks about the fact that you now all of a sudden realize that you're maybe in relationship with family members, that you're maybe in relationship with other loved ones or a significant other or friends that really have some inconsistent behavior, have unfounded belief systems, have racist belief system, even though it may not seem like it's racist to them, but it really is. And you have a choice as to whether or not you want to continue associating yourself and being tied or linked to, such individual. That doesn't make them a horrible human being. That doesn't make them the worst human being on earth. It just makes them a human being that you choose not to want to keep in your space, that you choose not to keep in your energy field, that you choose not to, interact with, because that is not the kind of vibration that you want around you. This is a time period in which you might be questioning people's loyalty. This is a time period where Spirit is telling me that you are questioning individuals' loyalty towards you because they see your pain, or they see how you've been feeling, or they see how you've been affected, and then yet they have not asked you, how can I help you? They have not asked you, what can I do for you? They haven't asked you, how can I support you? They haven't asked you, how can I be part of this movement and be in solidarity with what's going on around the world, with what's going on in this community, with what's going on in this state, in this city, in this country. So the fact that you have felt that support needs to start raising questions as to whether or not you want to keep them around. Because Spirit keeps saying that oftentimes we keep people around that is occupying space. And when we have people around us that occupy space and they're dead weight, they're occupying a space that can be occupied by someone else that can, in a healthy way, contribute to our life, make a contribution to our life in a healthy way. So if you just have dead weight friends, if you just have dead weight family members, if you just have dead weight acquaintances, if you just have now a relationship that you finally accept and realize that their energy around you is dead weight for you, then you need to stand up for yourself. This is not about fighting. This is not about bickering. This is not about igniting a war between you and your loved ones. This is about standing your ground and making a choice as to whom you want to associate with, who you want to interact with, who do you want to connect with. Because one thing that is very clear to me as a spiritual healer moving on forward in this time period is that the same things we were doing yesterday, we cannot continue to do tomorrow. This has been a time of reflection. There has been a time of introspection, especially, since the whole COVID-19 began, and now we have this other period that we're going through with racism, which has always been there. It's just now in the light. Makes us really reevaluate who we keep around. You may have friends and acquaintances and family members that deep down inside, now based on their actions or based on their silence or their in unwillingness to have a voice, to stand up, to speak up, to support, that deep down inside they have racist views or racist belief systems, So therefore, this is a time and a moment in your life that you need to make a decision as to whom you want to move forward with, who you want to be in connection with, who you want to share space with, who you want to expose your personal vibration, with. It's very important. And it's not only, let me tell you something. It's not only on the topic of race, because, that's the example I am using, but this goes for anything and all different subjects in your life. If the vibration that you're feeling from a particular individual is not helping you elevate, it's not helping you expand, it's not helping you grow, it's not making you feel safe, it's not making you feel protected, it's not making you feel loved, understood, then you need to really make a decision whether or not you want to continue hanging around with them or having them around you. And it shouldn't be a personal thing. It should be personal to you. They might want to make it personal. They might want to start, remind you, oh, you have forgotten what I did for you, and I was here for you when you lost your job, but moving on forward, I feel very strong about this particular issue, or I feel very strong about this particular topic or this particular movement, and that movement or this topic or that subject is important to me. It's part of my core. It's part of my foundation. And if people that I interact with and associate with on a personal level, because obviously we have to work with people that don't have our views, that's acceptable. And we have to, interact with people that may not see life through the same goggles that you and I see them. That's perfectly fine. But when it comes to my personal space, when it comes to my day in, day out, I have to make a sincere, serious choice as to whom I want to keep around. And this is a time period where I feel heavy in my heart. That Spirit is saying that some of you feel between a brick and a wall, between, not knowing what to do, with a particular person. You love them, but they around you make you feel bad or make you feel negative, or it lowers your vibration or makes you feel drained. Someone is draining your energy field. Someone is draining your life force. Someone is draining your energy because they are not making a contribution into your life. So this is the question. The question is, when evaluating certain peoples in your life, the question is this particular individual making a healthy contribution to my life? Question number one. Question number two, has this individual helped me elevate? Do they help me feel better? Do they help me elevate? Do they help me grow and see life from a different perspective and widen my awareness and make me feel full? And if the answer is no, then you need to make a decision unapologetically and without feeling guilty or bad with yourself. Because some of you have already known this, but you feel guilty about it. Some of you already know what you have to do and whom you have to cut off, but you feel guilty because you feel tied to them, because you feel that these are individuals that you should not cut off. And let me tell you something, especially when it has to do with family. We can be blood related. We can be blood related. We can have a blood relationship, but it doesn't mean that we have a spiritual relationship. Listen to me. So when we have to stand our ground and evaluate our surroundings and our life, if I keep associating with individuals that even though I am blood related to them, but they and I don't have a spiritual connection, then it means that yes, we're blood related, and and I love you, and I wish everything goes well for you, and I hope that life is shining on your end, but I choose not to keep the close to you, because this closeness diminishes my energy. It corners me. It puts me in a spot, in a situation where I don't feel safe, or I don't feel uplifted, or I don't feel supported or loved or understood. And let's make this very clear. This is not about me, what someone else can do for me. And if they're not doing anything for me, then I don't need them. I'm not speaking on this topic from that perspective. I'm speaking on this topic as Spirit is delivering it to me from the context of when you evaluate this person and the role they have played in your life, you get to really see that the contributions, the positive and healthy contributions into your life has not been much or hasn't been any at all. Quite the contrary. There are situations in which certain individuals that you are questioning right now haven't made any contributions into your life when you really think about it. It's been you pouring into them, not them pouring into you. So therefore, we cannot continue moving forward into the future of our life with individuals around us that haven't made any contributions. And obviously, I am not speaking about monetary things. I'm not speaking about material things. That's insignificant. Some people that make physical, material contributions can also be bad for you. But that's not what I'm speaking about. That's not what Spirit is delivering today. What Spirit is delivering today is the fact that there are people around you that they literally drain you. They drain your energy. They drain your mind. They suck you dry. They exhaust your energy field. And Spirit is saying, cut them off. Cut them off. Cut them off. And don't feel bad about it. Because you're feeling bad because of the connection. You're feeling bad because maybe you've known them for 10, 15 years and you've known them for a very long time and now you feel bad, Don't feel bad, because you got to look out for you. Don't feel bad because you're the one that needs to feel good. You're the one that needs to feel healthy. You're the one that needs to feel safe. And if certain X, Y, and Z individual is not making you feel safe, then they're not good for you to keep around, regardless of who they are, regardless of how long you've known them, regardless of what kind of connection, relationship, family ties there might be. This is about your sanity, your mental peace of mind. This is about your spiritual health. And this is about your emotional health. And if it's not elevating, if it's not making a healthy contribution, then we shouldn't keep them around at all whatsoever. And especially people that now, because of the time period that we're living in, you've seen their actions or you've seen their silence, and you're evaluating, what the real true self is inside, and it may not necessarily be the kind of individual that you want to keep around in your personal space. So today's message, beloved spiritual warriors, is if you're feeling iffy about somebody in your life, regardless of who they are, if you're questioning certain individuals in your life, regardless of whom they are, sit down and ask yourself these questions. Are they making a healthy contribution into your life? Are they helping you elevate? If not, then it's time to say bon voyage. It's time to say au revoir, goodbye, adios, sayonara, because we can't keep occupying space with dead weight that can be occupied by healthier energies, healthier people that can help me walk and fulfill the greatness of my destiny. Sometimes you have not gotten into your most prized rewards of life. You haven't received the most prized rewards of life, not because of your talent, not because of lack of intelligence, not because you're not artistic enough or creative enough. It's because you've been occupying, dead weight. There's dead weight around you that holds you back, from being able to elevate, that hold you back from being able to excel, that hold you back from being able to prosper, that hold you back from being able to grow, that hold you back from being able to see. That's what happens when we have dead weight around. We don't need, hexes, and we don't need, negative spirits and witchcraft or whatever people want to call it these days, right? Or brujeria or what have you. Sometimes it's the people around you, the living human beings in the flesh, that are the bad vibration in your life that doesn't allow you to move forward, that doesn't propel you forward. And this is a moment in time that you need to question that and not feel guilty about it. Sometimes it's your own mother, sometimes it's your own father, sometimes it's your own sister, sometimes it's your cousin, sometimes it's your so-called best friend, sometimes it's somebody that you consider very dear to you, who is the worst dead weight that you keep holding on to. And this is a time period to reevaluate that. So today on Monday, day of Alekba, King of the Crossroads, the road opener, is asking you or telling you, which journey are you taking? Are you taking the journey that has been designed for you by the Creator, by your Ori, by your inner spirit? Or are you moving into a journey, into a road that's contaminated by the people that you keep around? And it's not really you acting through you. It's you acting based on how you can satisfy those around you, how you can still be supportive to those around you, how you can still make investments to those around you when it's not reciprocal. If it's not reciprocal, then we have a problem. There's no balance there. And when it's not balanced, then it's not fair. And if it's not fair, then you're the one that's suffering. So think about this, meditate on this, pray on this. Don't act abruptly, don't act impulsively, don't make, a harsh last minute decision out of anger or out of spite. Really reflect, go within, introspect, meditate, ponder, pray on it, and then make a decision. I hope this message made sense to you. Hit like, leave a comment, share this video. I need you to share this video because Spirit gives you all a lot of powerful messages that needs to reach other people around the world. So I hope that you take it, find it within your heart to hit that share button and leave a comment. May you have a blessed week. I shall see you tomorrow for Tarot Tuesday. Let's see what Spirit has to deliver tomorrow. But for today, this is all we have. May you be blessed.